Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we are going to do our first impressions on a tobacco that I just received, and that is Missouri Meerschaum's Party Line. Now, Missouri Meerschaum has come out with this new elite tobacco line, and it contains 3 different tobaccos. One's, of course, Party Line, which is the Aromatic. There's another one called Luminaire, which is kind of a Virginia Perique. And then there's the Drawdown, which is kind of an English blend. And we're going to talk about all 3 blends in the next couple of weeks. But today we're just going to kind of give our ideas, our first impressions on Party Line, which is an Arrow. All of these blends were made by Cornell and Deal. This one is, like I said, an aromatic. It contains Burley, Perique, and Cavendish Virginias. Toppings on this is a Scotch, kind of a Scotch topping, and also a little bit of cocoa or chocolate topping. Comes in a crumble cake in 2-ounce tins. It's currently available at all the different places that you normally would pick up tobaccos. Strength on this one is medium to strong. The flavor profile on this is kind of a medium. Room note on this we'll talk about. Taste on this is a medium to full. So let's go ahead and start talking about this one. Before we talk about tobacco itself, I would like to talk a little bit about the artwork on the tin, because there is a description here that Missouri Meerschaum has put on this that says, a cake-cut blend of Nutty Burley, Cavendish, and St. James Perique, topped with subtle notes of peaty Scotch and a hint of cocoa. Party Line honors our founder, Henry Tibby's son, Anton Tibby. And I hope I'm saying that correctly, Tibby.
Yeah.
It could be Tybe. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's Tibby, who installed Washington's, and we're talking about Washington, Missouri, first telephone line in 1883, and helped propel our growing town into the 20th century. So this tobacco is kind of in honor of that that move to the 20th century with the use of the telephone in their town. So let's go ahead and start talking about this one. Tin note's what we usually talk about first, so let's jump in on the tin note.
Yeah. So the tin note comes across as a very Arrow type tin note. I'm getting hints of a bready and a little bit of mild sweetness from those Burleys, that Cavendish Virginias that they're adding in there. Some sweet scents. A little bit of the molasses and some of that cocoa that's coming through. That Scotch additive, that topping, that whatever they're adding, doesn't come through. Especially on the indicator on the side of the tin says it's a peaty Scotch. I'm expecting more of a smokiness, kind of a very dark, and this seems very light, very sweet, and kind of a little grassy almost. But I'm getting a lot of those fun, sweet scents, and the thing that's making me really excited about it is it doesn't seem overdone. It doesn't seem like you're getting like this gob of like cookies and cream type smells or berry flavors or anything. This is a very controlled sweetness, almost like the vanilla
roll cake.
Yes, from McBaron. Very, very controlled sweetness where it's just added and just to boost the flavors of the current tobaccos in it.
The scent that I get right off the bat is this real sweetness that hits me, and I don't know if I can attribute that to the Scotch, because normally Scotch is not really a sweet liqueur or alcohol.
No. That's where I was saying, especially a peaty Scot that they're laying claim to. It's oftentimes, to me, it seems more of a smokiness.
But it's a really nice scent. I like it. Slight alcohol behind it, a little that alcohol burn.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, that back end burn that you would get.
But I get a lot of earth. and some woodiness to it, but also kind of a bready, nutty smell. I also get, it's interesting because I also get a dark fruit smell from this.
Yeah, that's
And I would imagine that's from the Perique, but it kind of smells like a fruit salad.
Yeah.
Almost, not real strong, but it's got hints of that.
Yeah. But the cool
slight citrus.
I get some of those tobacco scents coming through too. Your base tobacco scents, like your Virginias, your grassiness, your Periques, the slight little earthy kind of woodiness, and then those burleys, man, I really get that bready smell coming through with those.
Yeah, it's an interesting tin note.
Very, very interesting. And I will also, because I know we don't normally talk, we touch on it, but I will say that the cake way, the way that they presented the cake on this, the first thing I said when we broke it apart and decided to start loading our bowls with it is I was like instantly, wow, this breaks apart very, very nicely.
Yeah.
It's not moist, it's not very terrible, and it's not like the only one I can always keep going to is Salty Dog, where you needed a hammer to break it apart.
Yeah. I forgot to mention about the artwork on this. It's really subliminally creative.
Mm-hmm.
You see the corn up here,
Yep.
which is kind of a reflection of Missouri Meerschaum's using
Corncob
corncob pipes. Yeah, there's an old-fashioned building here with telephone wire coming to it, which would be the telephone
telephone line.
Office, and then you kind of see those telephone poles going off in the distance.
Yep.
And then on this side, look at the border. The border is corncob.
It's a corncob.
Yeah, isn't that cool? And then the picture of the old-fashioned telephone. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the picture of the old-fashioned. So the artwork is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And it looks to me, this doesn't see. I'm looking at the old Missouri Meerschaum logo, and this is a new style of logo.
It's a whole new logo that they've got.
Yeah,
it must just be the logo for their tobacco line, because I don't know. Do they have the new logo for their new pipes? Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I bought one. I need to buy one.
Yeah, I think. Well, maybe, because on the bottom it says 2-ounce pipe tobacco. It's a logo I haven't seen very often.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. With the tin notes are really kind of delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I like the tin note. Let's go on to the taste on this. What are you getting on the taste? That sweetness doesn't come across like it does in the tin note.
But I will say, as somebody who's a vapor or a Virginia smoker, or even from time to time enjoys a good English, this, a couple years ago, I kept doing it through C&D's whole line, through Sutliff. I tried to find an arrow that was an arrow, but not really an arrow. You get what I was saying?
Yeah.
And if this was there then, this would have been what I smoked. Because those sweetness flavors are just touches on your tongue. Barely anything. But the rest of the smoke is coming through. It's not goopy. It doesn't burn where you get flavor pows. Like every now and then you get with an arrow, you'll get just a blast of that vanilla flavor or a blast of that cherry flavor or whatever they're adding to it and stuff like that. This one burns cool and clean, and I will say that I'm also enjoying the fact that even though there is a Scotch topping, I get a little bit of that effervescent, that alcohol flavor that hits the back of my mouth, but there's no burn. I don't feel that heavy burn from an alcohol topping blend.
As I'm smoking this, it's definitely a rich flavor. It's a full flavor.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't shy on the presentation of those tobacco flavors. I get a maltiness from this.
Yeah.
Kind of like when we were brewing beer.
Yep.
And that first stage after you brew all the malts and the hops and everything, you get this kind of taste there. There's a little bit of, there's a good woodiness in the taste. There's a little bit of spice. There's a little bit of tartness. There's a little bit of sweetness. It's smoky, but take a slow drag on this and tell me if you get any kind of cigar hint.
So I have been playing with that a bit in my mind because I was like, man, it's got the depth of what like that cigar, that earthy flavor that a cigar hits you with. And I've been trying to discern right now, is it, because this is my first time smoking it, this is our first impressions. And I'm trying
Look
to
how
discern.
thick that smoke is, man.
I'm trying to discern if it's that malty breadiness that we're kind of tasting, or if it's the earthiness that the Perique adds to it. Because
well, the burley's going to add some earthiness too.
It is.
I think there's a
lot of good.
Yeah, both of those, that burley and that Perique, is going to add some really stout earthiness to it. But I get a sense of a Maduro cigar on this too. It's a good flavor. I'm not big on arrows, and this one doesn't taste like an arrow
it doesn't,
to me.
Well, and it doesn't. It hits more to me. It fits more into that field of a kind of a burly Virginia blend, like half and half does, where it's got
is way better than half.
Whoa, yeah. I will definitely say, but it fits in that field where I guess you kind of have to classify it as an arrow, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't smoke like it. I'm enjoying this way more.
Yeah. Well, and this has a substantial amount of that tobacco flavor.
Yes.
In it. So yeah, this might be a good. I don't think this is an everyday all day everyday smoke, but I think this would be a really good tobacco. Someone trying to cross over from the aromatic into Burleys or aromatic into Virginias.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think this is more Burley than.
See, I'm almost willing to say that I could see this as an all-day smoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's, but I don't lean heavy. The only way I can say it is I'll smoke Virginias and vapors, but vapors I feel get closer into the realm of like Englishes and stuff like that, like your Balkan blends where your Virginias stand a little further. This one sits right there in that middle ground between arrows and pure Virginia blends or Virginia Burley blends and stuff like that to me. And I love some of those old codger blends. And this one is sitting like 2 tiers above those old codger blends, right dead smack in the middle where I go, you know what? I can see how on a hot summer day or in fall time, this is something that I could just smoke all day long.
Well, it definitely is tasty. It's really kind of surprised me.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
The tin note gave us a real left field look at it.
Yeah.
It smelled very fruity, very, arrow.
Yeah.
And then we get to this taste, and I am very happy with it. I'm only getting specks of those taste profiles.
What do you think about the room note on this one?
Man, it leaves a presence like a thicker smoke does. I would say it's anywhere from tolerable, pleasant to pipe smokers. Because it's not like your typical arrow blends that are gonna, somebody who doesn't smoke is gonna walk into a tobacco bar or something and smell this and go, "Oh, that smells nice."
Yeah.
This has got a little more girth to it, a little heavy in it.
A little more stout.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Almost leaning to the cigar kind of room note.
Yeah, it really is kind of reminiscent of a very light cigar.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, and I don't dislike it. Sometimes different blenders will use cigar leaf in their blends to get that taste, and somehow it always
falls short.
Disappoints.
Yeah, it doesn't really hit it the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, because when it says cigar leaf, I'm thinking on that realm of cigar flavors, you know. And this is really good. Okay, moisture level. What'd you think about when we rubbed it out? What'd you think about it?
Well, if anybody's been paying attention, they can kind of see I've had to have a couple of relights.
Yeah.
I think it needs a little bit of dry time. It comes in a cake, but I think that's just par for the course on it.
I think, yeah, it's slightly moist. It needs to be able to rub out as easily as it did. I'm not too sure. I don't like burleys when they get too dry.
No, I don't either. But I will say I think it needs just the taddest amount of attention.
Yeah, I would smoke it straight out of the can. But if it did, you needed some dry time. It wouldn't be too much.
No.
15 minutes at the max.
At the max, yeah. We're not like it doesn't need to sit and you don't need to break open the whole cake just to enjoy it and put it back together. Leave it the way it is, and right before you smoke, break it apart, go grab a beer. By the time you come back, you can load your bowl and smoke.
Yeah.
And you're set to go.
Yeah, this is right up there with other competitive blends.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. And Cornell and Deals is known for their burley creations.
One of my favorite arrows that's not an arrow is that Gentleman Caller, which is a burley Virginia with the deer tongue.
Yeah.
That's all it is it's a good mixture of burley and Virginias, and this is hitting right there with that, if not a little further, more on the tobacco side. I think.
More tobacco.
More tobacco-y.
Yeah. What about the nicotine content on this?
This is a good medium hit. I am definitely going to be satisfied after I get done.
With the burley and the Perique combined, I think it's a pretty decent punch. I would say it's at the medium level. Yeah. All right. Well, like we said, this was produced by Cornell and Deal. I don't get a lot of bite from this. I don't get real harshness from it. I do. It burns cool and clean, and I do get that kind of a cigar kind of feel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
On my palate. It does burn a little slow. Of course, it's a crumble cake, so it's going to smoke a little slower. It's got a great lingering aftertaste. I mean, I take it out of my mouth and I'm still there with it. Little bit of couple of relights here and there. A little bit of dampness in the bowl. You said an all-day smoke. I would say repeatable, but not an all-day smoke. That's just me.
Flavor differences. That's profile differences.
Yeah. So this comes in 2-ounce tins. It's available everywhere. Everywhere I've looked, I've found it. It's 14. I bought it for $14.39 a tin. Comes to about $7.20 an ounce.
That's still
about par for the course.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right in there with other Cornell and Deal products. So yeah, good blend.
Yeah, very good mixture.
I think you said it was a good summer blend, and I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to try this one first, was because I felt like it probably would be a summertime blend, and people could go out there, get it now, and still enjoy it for a few months. Well, you're going to enjoy this all year round, but really get the best out of it.
Yeah. This to me is a very good sit outside, if you can stand it, down here anyway.
Yeah.
If you can sit outside, sweet tea, pipe smoking blend. This is a great smoke. I feel like this is a solid deerly smoke too.
Home run, Missouri Meerschaum. This is good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this very much.
Good tobacco for folks to try.
Heck yeah.
All right, we still have a week left before we do our giveaway, so you still have time to watch that video and get the instructions on how to enter for a pipe giveaway. Well, grab that real quick, bud. Yeah, we're giving away a brand new Savinelli Matone pipe. It's a smooth finish. It's a billiard 106 style. This retails for $95, and I mean, you have nothing to lose. Watch the video, get the details, and see if you can win it. Be a good pipe to smoke.
Heck yeah.
And that is courtesy of MBSD Pipes. Visit their website at mbsdpipes.com, and you can explore all the different things that he has to offer. All right, well, this is a good little tobacco.
And this turned out to be a very pleasant experience.
Yeah. Well, next week will be the giveaway, video, and then the week after that, we'll probably do the next one, and then the week after that will be the tobacco tasters on Luminaire, which is the Missouri, another one of Missouri Meerschaum's elite tobaccos. So make sure you get yours now. I've smoked it a couple times already, and it's it's good.
Oh, good.
So you guys go out and get some of that. Try it.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all we got for you this week. We hope you have a wonderful week. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time. Have a great one.
See you guys.
Bye bye.